Hi, this is Lara at Elliott Wave Stock Market with your daily analysis for Wednesday, 21st of May, recording the video 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was expecting downwards movement to start tomorrow's session to complete a small 5 down. That's not what happened. Price moved higher above the invalidation point on the hourly chart. I expect that this is a continuation of minute wave 2, which is close to completion. Tomorrow I'll expect a small amount of upwards movement to a short-term target at 1891 before a third wave down begins. That third wave should have strong enough momentum to breach the lower edge of the base channel. I should be able to calculate a target for that third wave for you tomorrow. I can't do that today because I don't know where it begins. Let's look at the charts. The bullish and bearish wave counts both see an ending contracting diagonal over here and a trend change at intermediate degree for the bullish wave count and at cycle degree for the bearish wave count. There's no upper invalidation point at the daily chart level for the bullish wave count because intermediate wave 2 could be a flat correction or a combination, and within a flat or combination, the B or X wave could make a new price extreme beyond its start. At this stage for intermediate wave 2, it's most likely it will unfold as a zigzag, subdividing 535, and the first 5 down is incomplete. I expect we just have wave 1 and now wave 2 close to completion. I expect overall for intermediate wave 2 to find final support at the lower edge of the double aqua trend lines. There are clear instructions every day in the text article on exactly how to draw them. The lower one began in November 2011. It's reasonably shallow, it's repeatedly tested, so it's very significant. Okay, let's look at the start of intermediate wave 2 on the hourly chart. We're this high here. It's this point here. So far we have an impulse down for a first wave, and now a really clear, obvious 3-wave structure up for a second wave. Yesterday's analysis, I had expected that minute wave 2 was most likely to be over here. It was nicely in proportion to the first wave it was correcting, and it was close to 0.1618, the length of the first wave. But a new high above this point invalidates that idea. This upwards movement is minute wave 2 continuing, most likely as a double zigzag. That's what it subdivides best as. Within this double zigzag, I think we may be about to see alternation between the two zigzags in the double. Within minuet wave Y, at 1891, subminuet wave C would reach 0.618, the length of subminuet wave A. We'd have alternation in the ratios between minute waves Y and W, where subminuet wave C is close to 1.618, the length of the A wave. I've drawn a best fit channel around this double zigzag from its start to the end of the X wave with a copy on the end of the W wave. I would expect upwards movement to find resistance at the upper edge of that channel at about 1891, and at that stage I would expect to see a trend change and the start of a third wave down. When this wider channel is clearly breached with downward movement, we'll have confirmation that the second wave correction is likely to be over and the third wave should finally be underway. If the second wave correction were to continue even further after the completion of the second zigzag, then the only structure it could be would be a very rare triple. The rarity of that means the probability that the correction is over when the second zigzag is over is extremely high indeed. We could always move the degree of labelling within it down 1 degree. That could just be wave A of a flat correction, but then it would start to be enormously out of proportion to the first wave it's correcting. I think this degree of labelling is correct. Minute wave 2 may not move beyond the start of 1 above 1902.17. When this little second wave correction is over, probably early in tomorrow's session, I'll expect to see a third wave down, and it should start to show an increase in momentum. It should show enough momentum to the downside to break through support at the lower edge of this base channel. Once the channel is breached, the lower edge of it should provide resistance to further upward corrections. That's all for me today with your S&P analysis, and I hope that all our members are having a fabulous day.